Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to use the jogscotland activity tracker for an Android. In this presentation, I'll show you how to log into the app, how to set up a new session on your phone, how to scan barcodes, and how to upload a completed session to the server. First, I'll show you how to log into the app. Once you've opened the app, you will be presented with a screen like this. Enter your parkrun barcode ID and password, as shown. Once you've filled in your parkrun barcode ID and password, tap Authenticate. This will bring you to the My Sessions home screen. From this page, you can create a new session. Now I'll show you how to locally create a session ahead of time. To locally create a session ahead of time, for example, the day or week before, you are able to do so by tapping the New button on the top right of the screen. Once you've done that, your page will look like this. Click on the Date field to choose a date for your session. It will bring up a calendar like this, which you can then click on the date you wish to select information for your session from. To get rid of the keyboard which comes up when you click on the Date field, simply click the phone's back button, and then it'll be easier to see the calendar. Without the keyboard, it's easier to see the whole calendar to select a date. Then tap in the location box to type a location, for example, a community centre or an area such as George Square or Marchmont. Choose a rough distance and duration by tapping on the box, which will bring up a selection of distances to choose from. We give the selection of approximate distances as we don't track the exact distance for each individual runner, just an approximate distance for the session as a whole. If there are runners of different abilities running different distances, then the leader can pick an approximate average distance for the whole group or choose to log more than one session. For example, a 4-kilometre session and an 8-kilometre session, and scan the relevant joggers to each. This will come up once you click on the approximate distance. Select the appropriate distance for your session and then click the phone's back button. You'll do the same thing for the approximate duration. So click on the approximate duration box and you're presented with this. Select an appropriate distance for your session and then select back. After entering the distance and duration, select the back button on the top right to locally save the session and return it to the default screen. This shows that the session has been saved locally as it has an orange circle next to it. Now I'll show you how to locally create a session on the day and immediately start scanning people's barcodes. To locally create a session on the day and immediately start scanning, follow the instructions from the previous section, but stay on the session view page instead of going back. Tap the Record Participation button to start scanning everyone's barcodes. This will launch the scanner, which is a camera viewfinder with a line through the center. The barcode scanner looks like this. Get the barcode in the viewfinder and position the line going through it. The app beeps when it has focused and scanned the barcode. Once scanned, the interface briefly goes back to the session view screen, then reloads the scanning interface, ready for the next one. If the barcode will not scan, try slowly moving the device nearer and further away. If it still won't scan, you can hit cancel and you will get the chance to enter it manually or exit scanning. The image on the left won't scan the barcode because it's not going through the red line. However, the barcode on the right has scanned because the scanner has gone green because it's going through the barcode. If the barcode can't scan, then this notice will pop up. From this, you'll be able to scan the barcode again, or you can enter it manually and then select Enter Manually. To enter it manually, just tap on the Manual Entry button on the session view screen and manually enter the ANN of the person's barcode, and then tap Enter Manually. To just do a single scan, tap Record Single Participant. This will bring up the barcode scanner. However, the only difference to Record Participation is that it doesn't reload the scanner once you've done the first one. Clicking on the Record Single Participant button brings up the scanner again like this. Once you've scanned the barcodes, they will show up at the bottom of the session view screen in green like this. Now I'll show you how to locally edit a session. For example, to go into a pre-created session at the start of a session and start scanning people's barcodes. To locally edit a session, for example, to go into a pre-created session at the start of a session and start scanning participants, tap the session in question to edit. Start scanning by tapping Record Participation, which will bring up the barcode scanner for you to start scanning people's barcodes. Once you've scanned everyone's barcodes, to save the session locally, tap the back button at the top right, which saves the session locally. Now I'll show you how to save any local sessions to the server. To save any session, go back to the default screen if you're not already there. Swipe the session in question either left or right. This brings a menu up, including Upload to Server, which you need to tap if you want to save it. If you don't currently have internet connection, it'll tell you this and you won't be able to upload. If it's too late to save this session, it'll tell you and it won't save. The current cutoff is noon the day after the session date. If there are duplicate scans of the same athlete, it'll come up with a message like this and you won't be able to save it either. Now I'll show you how to delete a local session. To delete a local session, which is one that has not been saved remotely to the server yet, you need to swipe the session in question either left or right. A local session will have an orange circle to the left like this. If it is indeed a local session, then it'll offer a button to delete, which you can then tap on to delete the session. Now I'll show you how to remove a duplicate participant from the list of participants within a session. To remove duplicate participants from the list of participants within a session, tap the session in question to edit. You'll know which athlete ID you need to delete because the error message gives you the ANN number when you attempt to save the session remotely. This tells you that you need to delete the duplicate participant with the ANN number of A601777. Tap the session in question to edit and tap one of the instances of the duplicate participant. These are listed in green at the bottom of the session view screen. This brings up a menu from which you can choose to delete the participant, which will leave the remaining non-duplicate instance. At the bottom of the screen now, it shows you all the scans have been removed that were duplicates. Once the session has been uploaded to the server, the orange icon turns green like this.